Alright, so, I told you tonight I was gonna make you a video. Kind of a face-to-face thing. And, you wanted to move forward. You were ready to. So, I figured the best way to do that would be by... It's been a long couple of days. I know you know that. I figured the best way for me to do that would be by making you a video. It's different from texting. Let's see if I can get some drink. Excuse me. It'd be by me. Doing like a face-to-face maybe make you feel a little bit closer. Well, I don't even know what to begin with. You know my childhood, very little bit of it. Not gonna go with the affection since that doesn't really go very well. I've done that for you. Well, I think what I will do is, while I'm thinking about something to talk about, thirst again. One thing I want to talk about. Excuse me. I'll kind of touch base back to kind of the second step. Like I usually say, I want your opinion on what you think with this. Obviously, I'm going to say some stuff that would probably be a no. I'm just putting that out there to kind of see what your take on it is. Oh, I'm so tired. That advancement exam was a toughie. So the next step is, we're going to get to know each other to a deeper level. And what I mean by deeper is we're going to get to see each other kind of through our insecurities. And I know that you said that there are some insecurities that you don't like to talk about, and I want to explain something to you. Because I feel like you trust me, but the level of trust you have isn't relationship trust. It's basic trust. And I think that, well, we'll go into that in a few more minutes, but this will help us trust each other. And I know that you said when it comes to certain aspects of yourself, whether they be physical or, mental, whatever they are, you know that as much, you know that I do not. What I'm saying is that we're going to tell each other our insecurities. We're going to explain them to each other. Sorry. We're going to explain them to each other. We're going to kind of help each other get the basis of everything going. And by the insecurity thing is what our goal in this next step is with, like I said, pretending insecurities, is for us to try and I'm so at a loss tonight. Try and why won't my mind work? Help each other overcome these insecurities, because ultimately, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link, and I'm using this little phrase because we are only as strong as our weaknesses. And I know I've told you that our strengths overcome our weaknesses. So what the goal for us would be to talk about our insecurities and help each other overcome them. And granted, I'm sure that you're thinking right now that I will never be able to help you overcome these insecurities. And that's where the trust thing comes into play. And it's not so much trust as it is faith. Faith builds trust. And what I mean by that is that when you take faith to tell me this kind of stuff, and you show me that you take this faith, then I will be able to help you with your insecurities. I'll be able to help you out. And then once you see that I'm making an attempt and I see that you have that faith, that's how we build that trust that will eventually build into that trust that we need for a relationship. I do things like do things prophetically, I know. If that's even a word. And then on that, I think one other thing that we need to do. Oh man, I'm sorry, my nose itches like crazy today. I was eating something with Tabasco and I scratched my nose, and it itches, and then when I scratch it, it burns. I never win. I think that from now on, when I communicate, I'll do it like this. This way you can kind of see that I'm not having a mood swing. I'm actually in a pretty good mood, and I'm not a moody person, so. Trying to figure out what to go here. Another thing I believe that we need to touch up on, and I'll go at it like this. Man, I'm sorry, my nose is so itchy tonight. Oh. I got sanitize. Good thing I got my trusty first aid kit. Handy dandy first aid kit. Yeah, please. Freaking crazy, I'm sure that's what you're thinking. I'm a knucklehead right now. But I'm doing this more for you than I am for myself. Let me sanitize my hands here. Got my road flare. 12 hours of light. Dandy poncho too. So I think the basis of a relationship is there's three things that kind of like the concrete that built the foundation. I didn't at the time when we were doing this. I thought that this was there, and apparently I was wrong. But no biggie. So I'm gonna kind of get in that there. Get my hands out of the way. The three things that would kind of build that concrete, which would then help you with the foundation, because everybody knows foundations built from concrete, is trust, faith, and commitment. And I thought that we had both trust, faith, and commitment. Trust in each other, faith in each other, and commitment to each other. Even if it's a small level, I thought that we had it. I knew that you couldn't fully commit. I knew that you could barely commit at all. But I thought there was a small level of it there. And apparently there's not. And I'm not going to say anything. I mean, it kind of got to me for a couple of days, but that's me. That's not a big thing. 1 second here. I'm sure you're getting a kick out of watching me sanitize my hands. That's my last one, too. Stand for this thing. It's called my cell phone. So when I get a text, I gotta check. I thought that there was some level of commitment and faith and trust, and learned last week that there really wasn't that level of trust, and we just got done talking about the trust and the faith. Now we're going to touch on the commitment. And I want your take on this. And there's a reason I'm saying that, and I want you to tell me if you agree or disagree. Because I really don't know what's holding. I know that school and stuff is holding it back for you, and I know that you're busy, but I know that there's some stuff that you haven't really been telling me. And I will let you do that at your own pace. But we'll touch on that after this. Yeah, I'm scratching my nose again. Son of a bee. Son of a gun. My nose itches tonight. Holy cow. I'm sorry. That's so rude, too. That's nasty. Well, at least I'm not digging in my nose. That's something that I would do. Okay, I'm serious. I believe that being in step 2, we need to focus on, if you want us to be together like you say that you do, then there should be some level of commitment. Because really without commitment, then there's nothing at all. You know, there's no, what you would say, that's something that we have really wouldn't be there because there would be no commitment. By saying there's something, by saying it's a relationship, it's not official, by even using the word relationship, by even using the something there's nothing really if there's no commitment. And I know what you mean when you say, there's something there that, it's a relationship without being official. But, I really didn't know how to talk to you about this because I don't want you to say, oh, he's going to force this on me. Loser. No. I didn't even hear that. Sorry, looking at that screen hurts my eyes, so I have to look away most of the time. So I think that being on this step, oh, darn. Last time I ate Tabasco and scratched my nose. I think that being on level 2, we should focus on a slight form of commitment. And then as that trust builds, and you learn that you can trust me, and you learn that I'm not going to hurt you, then, the commitment can build. And I know that the reason I said that I know why you can't be, why the feelings that you have, why you can't have them repeated for me, is because, and I know that this is correct. I'm not going to tell you how much I know, but I'm going to tell you that I know. I know that because you've been hurt and stuff, that you're afraid of being hurt again. Which is why you do some of the little things that you do that I pick up on, and which is why I act the way that I do, because I'm afraid, because automatically in my head, bang, I believe that, that no matter what I do, I could still lose what we have, what we could have, I should say. And for me to understand that and still have opened up to you as much as I have and put so much of myself out there for you, really giving you my heart and that stuff. That's tough. Man, saying that sounds really gay. But that's why I act so weird, and I think that's why a lot of the genuine goes away. And I know that I constantly, when it comes to this kind of stuff, I kind of change it up a little bit, and that's because I don't even understand it. I told you that from the beginning that that there's stuff about myself that I don't understand, and so when it looks like I'm changing the stories and I'm changing this and that, a lot of it is because I don't really understand it myself. So when I think that I understand it more, I kind of say, maybe it's because of this, but even I'm not 100% sure on it. But I believe that